well-proportioned stop. Shot! Scores! Coburg wins the RBC Cup!
This is the OJ Today. What's up, everyone? I'm Alex Bastyovanszky. So great to have you on board for this week's program. And it was intense last week. Some teams are jockeying for their playoff seeding, while others are in a last desperate bid just to make the postseason. Now, two squads that have spots all sewn up already are the Junior Canadians and the Wellington Dukes. In fact, both led their respective divisions when they squared off last Friday in what could potentially be a preview of the Southeast Conference Final. Highlights now brought to you by Instat. Instat is the official analytics supplier to the OJHL. And incredibly, despite all the offensive firepower between these two teams, this game was scoreless until overtime.
This is going to be a 2-on-1 with Campbell. Pierce holds, sweeps it across looking for Campbell, but Loretto came back to tie up his stick. You could feel the crescendo in the building. Catalano back in with Podolski. Catalano holds, shoots, and scores. Christian Catalano, overtime winner for the Toronto Junior Canadians.
Yeah, true playoff atmosphere at the Duke Dome as the JRCs take down Wellington 1-0. Okay, Oakville was suffering through a 5-game losing streak when it visited Pickering last week. We pick it up in the second period. Oakville trailing 3-2 when Calum Arnott ties it up with the extra effort. It was 3-3 after 40 minutes of play. On to the third. Ian Martin crushes the one-timer, and the Cats regained the 1-goal advantage, but the Blades were not about to go quietly. Sweet moves from Arnott here, and he feeds Chase Stracheluk out front. Oh, baby. Great pass, great goal. It's tied, and this one also needed overtime to decide things.
Front, and it's a 3-on-1 the other way for the Oakville Blades. Driving in, a shot by Crisp, scores! Jacob Crisp gets the overtime winner, and the Oakville Blades do get the extra point and snap the 5-game losing streak.
What a massive win for Oakville as they snap that skid and qualify for the postseason. In the process, another team close to confirming a playoff berth was Georgetown. They hosted MILTON last week. In the second period, Menace trailing by 1 when Jordan Stock on it. Shorthanded tally, he ties it up 2-2, and MILTON pulls ahead in the third. Some nice passing here, tic-tac-toe. Thomas Gordon beats Sebastian Labora, and the visitors were up 3-2. 7 minutes later, though, the Raiders 3-on-1 here. Brandon Kakai bangs it in off the MILTON player. No style points, but who cares? It's all tied up, and this one also ended up going to overtime.
Strachan has it. Strachan for Russell. One-time attempt, scores! And they're going to the playoffs. That is your Georgetown Raiders!
Eric Russell playing hero for Georgetown as they qualify for the playoffs, and that MILTON team will likely be their first-round opponents. Speaking of first-round opponents, this will be a matchup in the North. Aurora and Collingwood. Tigers draw first blood. In the second, Connor Van Wheelie makes it 1-0. Now, these were the dying seconds of the third.
Side to the net, his shot goes over the top. Comes back towards the point. Lamanna quickly to the goal. Loose puck, they score! Hooden puts it in with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, 8 seconds left. Collingwood manages to snag a point with the last second heroics. Okay, a reminder, your chance to show the OJ what you've got is quickly approaching. The OJHL Combine is your chance to strut your stuff in front of all 22 OJ clubs. The 5th annual Combine is taking place between April 21st and 24th at the Wave Sports Center at Burlington. There are spots for 132 players. You are guaranteed 3 games with real-time scoring. OJHLcombines.ca to register for the big event. Performers of the Week now brought to you by Warrior. Warrior is the official hard goods supplier to the Ontario Junior Hockey League. And for the second time this season, Noah Pack of the Collingwood Blues is your goalie of the week. And yeah, great stretch for Noah as he went 2-1-0. 2 shutouts as well for the playoff-bound Collingwood Blues. And your skater of the week, Bryce Sutherland of the St. Michael's Buzzers. He's been so good this season, and last week was just insane. 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points, and that included a 4-goal game for Bryce Sutherland. Welcome back to the OJ Today, everyone. So North York Rangers head coach Jeff Schmoge is going to join me in the next segment to talk about his team's performance so far. And for the Rangers, there's still work to be done this season. A playoff berth is all sewn up, but NYR still had a chance to catch the Junior Canadians for first place in the South Division heading into last week's play. And the number 1 seed is going to be absolutely crucial as they'll be able to avoid St. Michael's in the first round. So there was lots on the line when they faced the Patriots last week, and they played like it. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Clean Quip. Clean Quip is the official disinfectant supplier to the OJHL. And right from the start in this one, the Rangers flexed their offensive muscle.
The puck comes back to Fagaris. He'll skate towards the center on the backhand, played across, nice play, shot, scores!
Isaac Parekh making it 1-0 for the visitors. 3 minutes later, future Cornell Big Red defenseman George Fagaris, clinical with the finish. He makes it 2-0. The Pats briefly showed some fight though. Matthew Gauthier cuts the deficit in half. Toronto trailed by just 1, but it was all North York on this day. Sean Clark, lovely little pass for Alexander Dimitriadis. That makes it 3-1. We will save you the rest of the carnage. The Rangers absolutely steamroll the Pats on the way to the 9-3 victory. There's not a lot for Mississauga to play for right now, but they'd love to get out of last place in the South. They could do that with a win over Cobourg here. Trailing 1-0, they even it up. Cole Lonsdale from the tough angle makes it 1-1. Second stanza now. George Crotiris with the sweet bank pass off the boards to Charlie DeFonseca. 2-1 Cats, but the Chargers respond again. Owen Sclesisi. Could an upset be brewing? He gets it to go. It was tied 2-2. This one needed overtime.
And Vakari makes the save. Look out, here is George Crotiris all alone. Number of moves, he scores!
Tough break for the Chargers. A win would have been a real morale booster for them. Okay, St. Mike's and Trenton to face the Golden Hawks. Second period, the OJ's leading scorer, Brad Summers, he puts the double blue up by a goal, making it 3-2. But then the OJ's second leading scorer, Dalton Bancroft, responds for the G-Hawks, and it was 3-3 after 40 minutes. But the Hawks blow it wide open in the third. First on the power play, Michael Cato puts them up 4-3. 2 minutes later, Nathan Oikel pops the bottle. And this is a bit concerning for St. Mike's as they let these teams go on late runs and can't seem to stop them. The Hawks score 6 unanswered to take it 8-3. Brantford was playing for pride when it faced Georgetown, with Oakville having sewn up the final playoff spot out west. The Raiders hit first. Owen Holmes with the tally. In the second frame, however, brutal giveaway by G-Town here. Adrian Rebello picks off the errant pass, goes coast to coast. And the 99ers knotted up 1-1, but the Raiders would take the lead for good in the third. Jack Natishak pounces on the juicy rebound right there, puts it home, and Jack would also add an empty netter for some extra insurance later on as the Raiders take down Brantford 3-1, the final score. Now, a reminder, The schedule was announced for the OJHL playoffs as teams march towards the Nutrifarms Championship Series. The postseason is set to get underway on April 10th. It will feature a best-of-3 series in the first 2 rounds, a best-of-5 for the conference finals, and the Nutrifarms Championship will be a best-of-7 affair. The winner will advance directly to the national finals, the Centennial Cup being held in Estevan, Saskatchewan, starting on May 19th. Okay, big alumni news. Ty Glover has signed a 3-year deal with the Florida Panthers. He will begin his pro career with Wilkes-Barre Scranton in the American Hockey League. He played the last 2 years with the Western Michigan Broncos and played for the Junior Sabres 1 season back in 2018-19. Way to go, Ty. 60-second spotlight now brought to you by Troy. Troy is the official apparel supplier to the OJHL.
Dalton Bancroft, right wing, Trenton Golden Hawks.
Bancroft, what a move, coming in, pass, scores! What a goal as Bancroft!
What I bring to the ice is a big presence. I'm a big guy. I like to use my size and my strength. I like to score a lot of goals. I like to play the body, use my speed, go wide, play a 200-foot game.
Bancroft, shot, scores!
When I think of this team, I think of a team full of jokers. We're an amazing group, and the guys are really funny, and we gel really well. To me, wearing a captain role is very special to me. As a local kid, I want to support my community and do everything I can to help bring a championship to Trenton. The main focus this year for everyone in our group is to come home with a couple championships, and that's all we're going to focus on, just one win at a time and get to our end goal.
Face-off. Jaden Kandata decides to drive to it and hit the outside down the center and score! Petracchia ties it up!
Hey, welcome back, everyone. And the Rangers have been unbelievable so far this season. They are still in the hunt for first place in the South Division. And joining me today to talk about their performance so far this campaign is Rangers head coach Jeff Schmoge. Jeff, long time no see, buddy. How are things?
Oh, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you as well.
It's so good to see you again, man. And as mentioned, you guys are having just a fantastic season so far. You've been in the top 20 of the national rankings for a good portion of the season. Just talk about the way the guys have played so far.
Yeah, we've had a good battle in the South this year with both JRC and St. Mike's, and we've been neck and neck all year. Recently, I think JRC just clinched first place, but it's been a tight race for us, and we've been playing some pretty good hockey. And it's nice to have the boys back playing again. I think the layoffs and a little bit of disruption in the season, was tough on some of the kids, but overall it's been a really good season. It's just nice to be back in the rinks playing again, Alex.
So Jeff, it's funny. I remember when Jaden Kandata first came into the league as a defenseman with the Georgetown Raiders. And he was tiny out there. I think he was around 5'4" or 5'5". He needed time, obviously, to mature both physically and as a player. And man, has he done that. You named him team captain for this season. He has responded by putting up a ton of points and being a great leader for the Rangers. Talk about Jaden's performance this year.
Yeah, Jaden's obviously changed a lot since his time in Georgetown, when you would have seen him. Obviously, physically and mentally, he's matured quite a bit. He's done a great job taking on that leadership role for us this year. Being the captain and helping a lot of the younger players adjust to the league well. He was a 15-year-old kid when he came in Georgetown when they won their title there, won the Buckland Cup. And, he's just brought a wealth of experience to us. He's been a great leader, contributed offensively all year, and just played his hard-nosed defense that he's kind of known for.
We've got to talk about another standout defenseman this season. And before the campaign began, you said to me, watch out for rookie D-man George Fagaris, because he is going to turn heads. And boy, were you right on that. He's in the running for Rookie of the Year, put up a ton of points, committed to Cornell University. He was listed in the latest NHL draft rankings. He's just been outstanding, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we knew George was really special when he first came in, and just to see his development and growth this year has been astronomical. It's crazy how much he's grown as a player. He was a great player when he came to us, but he just seems to be getting better and better. And he's such a sponge. He just wants to, learn, wants to get better. He's a student of the game. He's always looking for something new to work on. And, he's been tremendous for us. And offensively lately, he's just kind of really hitting his stride. Defensively, he continues to work on his game, but overall, he's just been tremendous for us. And, he's got a very bright future. And, we hope, soon he'll be an NHL draft pick. We hope, when the draft comes along, he'll hear his name on draft day.
Well, finally, Jeff, I just want to finish off with, you guys look like you've got as good a chance as any team in the league this season. Is the squad primed and ready for a long playoff run?
Yeah, it's been a while since, North York has won a championship. The late Brant Snow, no longer here, our former owner. I wish he was still around, but, one of the things we've always said is we'd love to win one for Brant. We know he's up there watching for us. And, I think we have a great shot. There's a lot of good teams this year in the league, a lot of parity. There's, anyone can kind of beat anyone. But, I think we're gearing up well. We're hitting our stride at the right time. Seem to be coming together, getting some players back from injury. So we're hoping that we can, go on a long playoff run. Anything can happen in playoffs. We feel that we've got a strong core of forwards and D and a good goaltending. So, it's a recipe to hopefully go on a long playoff run, and hopefully that's the case.
All right. Unfortunately, Jeff, that's it. We've got to wrap up the segment, man. But I love catching up with you. So good to see you again, buddy. Keep up the great work. Good luck in the playoffs. And we'll chat soon. Take care.
Thanks again for having me, Alex, and appreciate it. And anytime you want me on, just let me know.
1.7 to go. Face-off is from just at the goals! It's in! Right as the buzzer goes! The Rangers win it in overtime. Are you kidding? Oh my goodness!
Was that any good? They score! What a goal!
Oh my! Crunched him to the ice! What a hit right in your living room!
They're scored! Was that any good? Oh, roll the highlight film! He shoots! Oh, what a save! Oh my heavens!
2 seconds to go for the score! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my!
Welcome back to the OJ Today. So what a story the Haliburton Huskies have been. In their inaugural season, since relocating from Whitby, the Dogs have just been a massive hit off the ice and especially on it. And Haliburton was within striking distance of first place in the East Division when they faced off against the Mississauga Chargers on Tuesday. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Warrior. Warrior is the official hard goods supplier to the OJHL. And it's been a tough season for the Chargers, and it wasn't looking good early on against Haliburton.
Now a switch on that far side for Richardson. Out in front for Tarr, who rips it home.
Oliver Tarr giving the Dogs the lead on the power play. It got worse for the Chargers in the second. Tarr sets up Lucas Stevenson, and it's 2-0 for Haliburton County. Just 20 seconds later, Sam Solinaro squeezes home bits of a softie. 3-0 for the Huskies. 2 minutes after that, Will Gurgavelis rips the twine from a tough angle. It was just a tough day all around for Mississauga. Haliburton County runs away with it. 8-2 your final score. This was a big game for both teams as they're battling for first place in the East. Trenton versus Haliburton, and the Dogs open the scoring. Lucas Stevenson making it 1-0 Dogs, and then just watch this.
Dalton Bancroft, but a bad play. Here comes Cam Kasurko. Oiko Kasurko. Kasurko in front over the goal. But Oiko nearly, Kasurko tries it again, and he scores! Oh my goodness!
That will go down as one of the goals of the year for sure. So 2-0 Huskies, and then Simon Rose puts the home side up by 3 on the power play. Halliburton continues to impress. They blank the Golden Hawks 4-0. Okay, one more. Caledon in Coburg to face the Cougars. First period, Charlie DeFonseca, sweet solo effort here. Nice hands on the finish. He makes it 1-0 for the home side. Late in the first now, Coburg with the odd man rush, and the puck goes in off the Admirals player. It's been that kind of season for Caledon. Just bad luck all around. 2-0. Skip ahead to the third now. Coburg leading 3-0. When Caledon gets on the board, Daniil Kononov off goalie Justin Easter's stick and in. Fluky, but they'll take it. 3-1 the score. Caledon would get no closer though. Aaron Sherratt smashes home the one-timer. That is the final nail in the coffin as the Cats take this one. 4-1 the final score. Okay, time for your OJ leaders now, brought to you by NutriFarms. NutriFarms, the official sponsor of the OJHL's Championship Series. And first to look at your top 5 scoring leaders, pretty much the same except for one. We'll get to him in a second. Summers leading the way, Bancroft second, Fukakusa, then Matthew Wild, and Emmett Pierce, who's been so good for the Dukes, makes his first appearance in the top 5 standings. It is all sewn up now, all the playoff spots in the Southeast. Some fascinating battles will take place in the playoffs, although they're still jockeying for position. Certain teams in the Northwest all sewn up as well. Pickering leading the way in the North, Burlington in the West, as Georgetown and Oakville have now officially snagged the last 2 playoff spots in the West Division. Plays of the week now, brought to you by Troy Hockey. Troy is the official apparel provider to the Ontario Junior Hockey League.
This is going to be a 2-on-1 with Campbell. Pierce holds, sweeps it across looking for Campbell, but Loretto came back to tie up his stick. You could feel the crescendo in the building. Catalano back in with Podolski. Catalano holds, shoots, and scores.
It's a 3-on-1 the other way for the Oakville Blades. Driving in, a shot by Crisp, scores!
For Russell, one-time attempt, scores! And they're going to the playoffs! That is your Georgetown Raiders!
Look out, here is George Croteris, all alone, number of moves, he scores! George Croteris wins it for Coburg.
Go. He lost that one up to the point, played across, Figueres winds up, scores! Figueres picks the corner.
Tola shot. That Linton saves. Halliburton coming in on 2-on-1. Shot and a goal, Oliver Tarr.
Dalton Bancroft, but a bad play. Here comes Cam Kasurko. Oiko and Kasurko. Kasurko in front over the goal. But Oiko nearly, Kasurko tries it again, and he scores! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
And that is going to wrap things up for today's show. But just a reminder, especially as the playoffs draw ever closer, your source for all things in the OJHL to keep up to date are the league's different social media outlets. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.